Hello everyone, I'm going to talk about 130 surrounded regions. The question is, you are given an m times n matrix board containing letters X and O. Capture regions that are surrounded and connect a series connected to a J. How do you speak this one? Adjacent cells, horizontal or vertically. Region 2 form a region connect every zero cell. And a surround means a region is surrounded if none of the O cells in that region are on the edges of the board. Such regions are completely enclosed by X cells. To capture a surrounded region, replace O within the X in place within the original board. You don't need to return anything. So we have the board XSX here, right? And OO here. So output is like this. And for the around here, you can see here, this one, because it didn't surround it by the 4 directions by the X, this direction don't have the X, so which means we cannot modify it into the X, so we will keep it. Okay, surround regions were kind of like but for here you can see this one, we have the 4 directions all have the X. So I think the first step about this problem, the first thing about this problem is use the DFS definitely to solve this problem. At the beginning, we have to check in the edges. If we find O, we need to change it to, like, for example, 1. So for here, we can change it here into the 1. And then we can do anything to kind of like for loop. If we find the O here, so we can change the O into the X. And also if we find this one, we can change it to O. So like this way to solve this problem. And finally, it will encounter like this. So let's write the code to solve this problem. The first one. We have for row here, we actually have this, so which means for the 0 column, and for this one it means the row, kind of like, so we have this one and this one. So I and 0 equal to O. If board I equal to the last column is I minus 1. give us here to change the connect it all into the one. So we can have the I over here is I over m minus 1. Same thing for the this one. Okay, for this one is finished, which means we already into this one. Now we going to for loop. Equal to O, so we can change it into X. Into 1. Return it into 4. And then return the no return size here. Return it. Here. Okay, how could we do this? X, Y, and board, then board. We have to check if X smaller than 0 or X larger equal than. Here is change it to the 1 and return. Then for directions, And for the time complexity, we actually have the for branch. And then for here, you can see we actually for loop. So for here, TC is n times m, and space should also be the n times m. DFS, right? For here, we have the for branch left on here. And is the check for this. The worst case is kind of like DFS, kind of like here. For example, here we start from here. We actually need to search all the thing, so which means every node. The worst node is the n times m here. Check every nodes, which means I think that this one is also you can treat this is, but for the tree, if you draw this, it's much smaller than this one, and this one actually is the leaves. We can exactly calculate. Thank you.